Recalling my footprints in Brooklyn. The Day in the Life of a Teen by Roberto Laborde. Roberto Laborde was born in the town of Sabana Grande, Puerto Rico, in the sector of La Playita. Several years later, his mother decided to migrate to the United States and left him under the care of his grandmother. On his mother's return to visit Puerto Rico, she decided to take him and his grandmother back to the United States to live with her, where Robert spent his youth and attended public school. Robert served in the U.S. Army for 8 years, being honorably discharged. He moved back to Puerto Rico, where he is living, writing and painting sites of Puerto Rico. At the age of 17, he gets married to Leonilda Alicea, and they have 2 sons together. This book, Recalling My Footprints in Brooklyn, is the daily life of a Puerto Rican youth growing up in Brooklyn, New York, in the 1950s, a time of Puerto Rican exodus to the United States. The book describes the manner in which they were received by the Anglo-Saxon, with much prejudice and abuse, a condition that psychologically might have been a contributor to the boy's outrageous behavior and others like him. The youth's experiences with the opposite sex, gangs and drugs during his adolescent years are described in detail. The vocabulary used it to facilitate the interpretation and better understanding of the adventures of the youth. The crude language is used to obtain maximum realism and authenticity, bringing the reader as close as possible to the youth's world. The prime objective of this book is to create awareness to parents of teenagers as to things teens will indulge in. When parents are not present and teens are on their own, parents that spend little time, if any, with their children after work generally find out their son or daughter are addicted to drugs, when it's too late to help them. The girls usually get pregnant at a young age, so parents understand that time spent with your teenager is not wasted time. The second objective of this book is to remind the Puerto Rican community not to forget the difficulties their ancestors went through to establish themselves in the U.S.A. and do not do unto others as what was done to you. With newcomers, forgive, but don't forget. That's his motto. Many teens went through the same path that he narrates in this book, not knowing or understanding the origin of their behavior. However, according to Roberto, the writer of this book, the aggressiveness with which most of them as teens demonstrated derived from the attitude towards them by the Anglo-Saxons without seeing a reason for it. They retaliated by becoming delinquent teens, drug users, gang members, and school dropouts, etc. The truth was that they were just ignorant kids, unable to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Thanks for watching.